Welcome to Shop Talk. This is
Shop Talk.
a No Lies Just Bullshit production.
Because I don't lie.
Talk.
Yeah. Welcome to Shop Talk, fool.
That was good. That was a good choreography there.
I mentioned something last time. I went to Clifton Forge. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. I went to Clifton Forge the other day, and I went to see... I went to Salem, did my taxes, saw Mark Bell's shop. Shouts to Mark Bell, Main Street Tattoo.
Yes, indeed.
Salem, Virginia.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Dude, every time I go to Mark's shop,
makes a beautiful
it
shop.
looks better.
He makes a beautiful shot, dude.
Puts shit
Crushed
up
flash.
and everywhere, and there's pictures now. So it's like that old picture I sent you, and of course Eddie, you're in the back.
Yeah,
like, that's
dude.
tacked up. You know,
I love it. I
I
love
love that sort of thing.
I mean, he's fucking been in the thick of it, same as the rest of us.
Shout out to my Bell, bro.
yeah.
My Bell gave me my first job in a tattoo shop.
Fuck yeah.
So I go see him. I make the trip to Clifton Forge. It took forever. Anyway, I get there and I chill for a minute, and then I go down to the local bar. There's a place called Jack something Masons, and they never have music. It's usually like I go in there and there's like a couple dudes I know from back in the day, a couple older couples, and they're open till 9 on a weeknight and 10 on a weekend. It's not, and I'll go down there and have a couple drinks. It was fucking packed. I mean, packed, yo. And they had a kind of a band playing. They were good as fuck. I don't remember. Let me think. Bart Chucker Band.
All right.
Called the
Bart
Bart
Chucker.
Chucker Band. Bart's from Clifton Forge, and the fiddle player was born in Clifton Forge. I don't know where they're out of now. It was like kind of hippie rock kind of stuff, but they had a fiddle player, so it had a tinge of bluegrass to it. And it was good. And they could play Allman Brothers, and they did like Marshall Tucker stuff,
I fuck with a good.
but they were like 5-panel hat guys and like hikers and shit. They weren't like dope head hippies. You know what I mean? The drummer was black, but he was just grooved like a motherfucker with their scene. But anyway, it's hard to describe them, but they were dope. And they did a song called C&O Railroad Man. And I was like, I don't know this, but I've heard this. Like, there's something about this, and it was dope. So I got my phone and I made a note, and I went back to the crib, and I put it in on YouTube Music because that's where I get most of my music. And man, the Mountain Magic, that was a Mountain Magic Band song, which was a band from Clifton Forge.
Oh, wow.
That my old man roadied for.
No shit.
And they put out, maybe 2 records, maybe 2 albums. They had one called Rose Street Holler, which I know you've heard the boys do back in the day. And
They're really good though.
they were fucking great, man. But my sister's friend Katie is married to Jonathan Wren, and Jonathan Wren's dad was in the band.
Oh no shit.
His name was Booty Wren. If you're from the country, there's I know more than one person from Clifton Forge named Booty.
I know more than one, for sure.
But
for sure I do.
Booty Wren was a fucking character. He drank himself to death. He was a wild savage, and him and Tony loved each other. And this motherfucker was so cocky and so full of shit. He would walk in my parents' kitchen and be like, Booty Wren. And Tony would be like, no shit, sit the fuck down. What you got any early times on you? What do you got? Some whiskey? You got some Southern Comfort? But he was just audacious and so full of shit. And he'd be like, I might play y'all a tune later. He'd never play. He just, but he just talked shit, man. He was just great at talking shit. But I heard one time he went into Sam Snead's, which is like a really high-end place up at Homestead. And Hot Springs area, Virginia. Yeah, well, Sam Snead was a golf pro, and he had moved there. And he was like the pro at that thing, and he had a tavern restaurant.
Absolutely.
And they said him, motherfucking Buddy walked in there and walked up to Sam Snead. And he was like, hey, nice to be here. Good to see you. And Sam's like, fuck you. He's like, excuse me? He's like, you know who the fuck I am, and if you don't speak up, we ain't going to play tonight. And Sam Snead's like, get the fuck out of here. And they didn't get to play because Booty Wren was so fucking cocky. Anyway, the song is called C&O Railroad Man. I strongly urge everyone to go look it up on YouTube Music. It's fucking ill, yo. It's like Clifton Forge. It has such a feel to it. It feels like my childhood, minus the violence.
The good parts. Yes, indeed.
Anyway, welcome to Shop Talk. This is Shop Talk.
almost forgot.
We're here to talk tattoos. So what? You say,
I
motherfucker?
almost forgot.
Yo, don't listen to him. This is where we're here to talk about tattoos we love, share them with you guys, talk about what makes them great, hopefully put a light on great tattooing.
Absolutely.
Speaking of great tattooing, these two guys slay. Mr. Andrew Connor.
Thanks for facilitating great tattooing on me.
I'm doing my best, yo.
That's all any of us can do. That's all any of us can do.
Yeah, man, I'm doing my best.
Do our best.
Come here to Friendly City, get tattooed.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody doing all right?
Doing great.
Yeah, great.
Doing great.
How's life?
Life is good. Life is good. Sun's been shining.
Weather's beautiful.
It was beautiful
Starting
today.
to get warm.
Come on, man.
Ready for it.
And my old lady was like, it's gonna be hot on Wednesday. I was like, yeah, how hot? She's like, almost 80.
Damn.
But it didn't get. I like the sunshine, but I like to be able to sit out front without my sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it when it was a little overcast. It wasn't too hot. I loved it, man. Sit out there and bullshit a little bit.
Yeah.
It was fun to pull up with everybody hanging out.
I could see it on your face, bro. When you pulled up, he was like, "Yep, they're doing it."
Fuck yeah.
I saw it, bro. I saw your face when you pulled up. I was like, he's stoked that we're out here kicking it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
man. That's
I
the
love
shit.
it.
I love when I roll up, and or when I come out of my office and come around the corner and y'all are just yapping out there. I'm like, yes, we can get 10 minutes with these fools. Come out there and talk a little shit. You know?
It's the best. It's the best. That's some of my best parts of the day where it's just like take a minute between shit going on. Everybody's hustling. Everybody's working.
That's what's dope about y'all still smoking cigarettes, because there's a lot of work to be done.
God damn right.
But you gotta have a square. So
Well-
that'll give us an opportunity.
That's my meditative time, honestly, more
Like-
so than anything.
Sure, but you still it's crucial.
Yeah, just to step aside and focus in,
Right,
make
right.
sure I got my shit together, and
And when I quit smoking, man, I kind of like felt like I lost out. That's why I used to always tease you and Mitch. Be like, appreciate y'all still smoking. Man.
you would come out and fucking just secondhand smoke one with me every fucking time. Yeah, I love that.
I love it too, man.
I love
But
that.
nothing, you want to be busy, you want to be full, all that stuff. But there's really no substitute for like homies kicking it in front of the tattoo
that's
shop.
lovely.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's a fucking treat to be able to work with your friends as well. Work with people that you give a shit about and that you're fucking stoked to see and stoked to see
Absolutely.
what they're doing.
Great clients,
Stoked to
great
hear-
crew.
All of it.
I love that we're also in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
We're the only business that's right here.
Yeah.
The next business is that A-frame building that's open 2 days a week.
Yeah.
what I mean?
Which is a little weird. But
Yeah, it's definitely weird, but it's also not our community, so they can have whatever they want. But yeah, man, I love the kids walking through and the fucking people. And like I said, it's
I like seeing kids on their bikes out and stuff, man.
like
People
spring is
hanging
here,
out.
so it's getting ready to open up.
Yeah, I fuck
we,
with that.
we were out back smoking earlier, and you heard a motherfucker holler like, "Oh!" And I was like, "Yep, warm weather is here, son."
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. All right, boys, y'all want to get into it a little bit?
Absolutely. Let's do so.
All right. Thank you, Avery.
Ooh, holy moly.
Yo, this is a wild one, son.
It is.
I want to say, because, make sure I do it right.
Yo, that
beauty.
flower is
Big
insane.
old flower, man.
So this is Arnold Redthorn, and it says so this is like a dual post or whatever when you like have a collaborator, I guess. So it's Arnold Redthorn, which I'm assuming did the tattoo, and Tattoo Miles PDX. So wild one, yo. It's a fucking cool tattoo. It's a great spot. Can you zoom in just a little bit, please? Damn, I'm all up on this motherfucking microphone.
That's all right.
Yeah, man.
Man, so cool.
So cool. The drawing, right? The drawing is sick. I think it's a video, so I want to see that snake's open mouth at some point.
Yeah, that thing's killer. I mean, the flower is huge, but it's in proportion to the snake.
When you look at the turns in the snake and the length of it,
Totally.
and by the way, look at the belly on
Look
that, John.
how big the head is on the stomach. I mean,
Yeah, go back in there a little bit more. Yeah,
Yeah, that's super cool.
that's great, bro. The simplicity of the corners of its mouth too, by the way, that's fucking great. The tips on all those leaves are dope.
The pattern on that snake is cool as fuck.
really cool.
How about the squiggly lines on the flower?
The flower. Yeah, I was looking at that.
fuck
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, man, that's a thoughtful tattoo.
Absolutely.
But if you scroll down a little bit, please, you can see the belly. Like the majority of it is showing the belly, which is dope.
Yeah.
It is.
Every leaf is like hand size. It looks like on that. Like
damn,
it's
yeah, it
really
is.
cool as shit. Yeah.
Maybe your hand. I'm like, oh, that looks
All
like
three of them.
Yeah.
Dedicated client too on
those
that one.
big
That's
ass-
a
yeah,
big
big
project. Man.
lucky client too. Like, shouts to the client for trusting this tattooer. Shout for this tattooer for delivering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is killer.
Look at that. The leaf at the bottom, like kind of caught in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
roundabout, the knot, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those little.
That's a cool layout.
Yeah, those groupings of 3 look really nice. Those leaves, the one at the bottom, I keep looking at, like that spread of 3 right there looks really nice.
Definitely.
I love tattoo flowers that you can't quite put your finger on what kind of flower it is.
Yeah.
There's some ones that don't measure up, but then you see one like this, and you're like,
Yeah, it's kind of lotusy. It's
but you believe it, like whatever it is, you believe it's a tattoo. That's where it's at, bro. That's a tattoo.
Yeah.
rosy.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
The thorns, the way the thorns fit under that petal in the negative space.
I love the amount of thorns as well. I love that it's all fucking prickly. I think that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
And I think that like with your britches on too, just being able to have that big snake face right there in the on the tummy.
I was just thinking what would peek out of the shorts, like the bottom,
Yeah.
would come out in the
You got
cool
that-
way.
She wearing short shorts, dude. She wearing a small set of shorts. It's gonna look dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
It's
really
gonna
cool.
look dope, yo.
I liked it in a tattoo that big too. This person kind of, the color palette's kind of restrained too. That, you know, you have the ability to go absolutely fucking apeshit crazy with colors, but you don't use some restraint. You use like
It looks so classy
a
like that.
handful of colors.
Yeah.
It always looks good.
It looks good, and it looks like it'll hold up.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like those pinks and oranges aren't that wild. Like they're
There's the
And I liked it, for me, I went symmetrical on the front. Like I got a tattoo on one side of the stomach, one on the other. I got a rib that's one size and the other rib matches. This is kind of unconventional, like breaking the plane of the pants. And like it's just a different layout to where you use the ribs for a huge bend in the snake is really cool looking, but it sets you up for like cool collecting later too in a weird way.
I love the open mouth of the snake too. The bump in the snake's tongue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before it forks or whatever. Man, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, it's a really cool.
big eye way forward, man.
And look at it going into the other tattoo,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is a snake. Also, shouts to this lady for getting 2 snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's ill. I love I really like the brown on the tips in the center of those leaves.
I fuck with that.
You know, you could have done anything. A lot of people do purple on them tips a lot, but there's plenty of pink on the belly. Mm-hmm. Man, that's great.
Yeah, it's a good.
I like the contrast between those greens. I like the greens on the snake and versus the greens a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Man, it just showed up in my feed, and it's one of those like people they suggest I follow. I showed my brother, and he was like, "Wow." So I was like, "Yep, it's a keeper, son."
Yeah, that's super cool. Really cool.
Hell yeah.
Tough. Yeah, every time you breathe, that fucking face moves too. That's cool. You can just see the belly moving in that one. The face.
Oh yeah, look at the rabbit hole
Yeah, there's some good stuff, man. The crazy big butterfly.
Yeah.
on the neck. Yeah, go to that first picture, please.
Damn.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's cool.
that's nuts. I love that.
Really cool.
Yeah, great tattoo.
Super cool stuff.
Look at that cat with the butterfly wings. Yo, go back.
Yeah.
Go back to this crawling panther right there with the wings. No. Center one down.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Damn.
How weird are those wings? That's
Yeah,
cool.
I like
That
the
is
color
real
choices in those. Yeah, really cool.
That like the bottom thing on the
Curving
ankle is like a
around.
web.
Yeah.
I thought that was extension of the wing. That's just like an extra like this cat can swim thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's ill. That's super ill. And
Yeah,
again, the
neat
color
palette.
palettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. Really cool.
It's combos. Super cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. I want to check that out.
Give a follow.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Look at
Arnold
that
Redthorn.
thing. Look at the profile pic. That's
Yeah,
sick.
that's cool as shit too. A clever way to put that together.
Yeah.
Fine.
Super cool.
Drake, you want more ice? Or you gonna go beers?
I'm gonna go beer.
Beers.
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 What we got next up there?
All right,
Mr.
Connor.
Avery?
What's on deck, doggy?
There we go. So I chose one that's kind of a
I'm
friend
saying,
of ours.
as soon as I saw them dots, I'm like, I know who this is.
Yes, indeed. And I fucking love that he's been doing that. That shit looks so goddamn good. He's been absolutely slaying it lately. And so this is a friend of ours. This is Jason Tyler Grace. He came and did the show a while back. And
JTG.
he's just been absolutely a murderer for the past number of years.
Yes.
He's actually been a father, been a good dude. But, I mean, tattoo-wise, been crushing.
Yeah, he's slice.
Absolutely.
And so this was just one of the more recent dragons that he put up. And I fuck with those things, man. And I love that he's been doing those dotted backgrounds, those gravelly backgrounds.
Yeah.
I love that this motherfucker does 35 dragons a month. So just like you
right,
do.
man. He definitely
Start putting
does.
some of your drawings out, dog. You're killing me. You do like, I'll do 8. I'll paint 18 dragons, and then I'll put them in a stack. But when you see him in a story having a cigar, he's got a dragon out in front of him. When you see him having a bourbon, he's got a dragon in front of him. When you see him, like I just love that. And then when it comes to fruition, but man, that stark black is so tough.
It's tough as fuck.
The dots.
Yep.
The red,
He's really
on the
finding
side of
that
the flame, the
recipe.
white
Yeah.
edge.
Just leaving that negative bit.
Yeah,
It's so
dog.
smart. It's so smart. That
You don't see that neither.
You don't, but it gives you that little bit of contrast between it, so you can keep that simple palette, but everything works and jives. It's all super smart.
Yeah.
It's really well placed. Like
His
he's been
layout is
drawing everything
good.
on.
Yeah.
Which I fucking love. I love that that's the case because you keep that spontaneity and that
it's
energy.
really like inventive. The shapes that he comes up with in the backgrounds, especially too. Like
Totally.
I remember when he was here talking about tattooing out of the country in a bunch of places and being in awe of the guys he was tattooing with who had no reference. They were just
Yep.
it was all coming out, and you can kind of feel that he's kind of having a lot of fun
Shout out
with
to
it. but-
Slim Brown.
yeah.
Yeah. Another example.
That's
yeah,
a guy who doesn't know what your tattoos look like. He knows what his tattoos look like.
Yep.
True.
And that's, shout.
Yeah. He's really been taking it up a notch for sure.
So I'm just going to tell a story if it's all right. When he was here, I always want Jacob to go to the fucking moose with me. He won't. But one night we went out there, and when Jason JTG was in town, we come out to the crib, had a fire and a cigar, and some bourbons too or something.
Yeah, we chilled at your house. Yeah.
And then we went to the Moose, and it just so happened to be a rowdy night at the Moose.
It's a good time to have him in town.
And first of all, he came out here not knowing any of us, but knowing that we had an affinity for his work because we had talked about him on the old show. And when I say the old show, I don't mean No Lies Just Bullshit. I mean Shop Talk. 'Cause No Lies Just Bullshit is active like a motherfucker. But he came here, and this motherfucker came from the West Coast to come here and didn't know any of us, and really was just a gentleman and was cool and shared stories, and then did No Lies Just Bullshit and was vulnerable and was told us the truth about
all
his
kinds of
upbringing and his path in tattooing, and was very forthcoming, and we became instant friends, man. We just became friends. Like I just liked him, and he was I think he liked us. And anyway, so me, him, and Jay go to the Moose, bro, and it was a rowdy night at the Moose. I cussed a bitch out.
Oh, it was fun.
Kind of raw, kind of crazy. But they would hang out separate from me, and then me and Jason would hang out separate from Jake, and then me and Jake would hang out, and Jason would go into the smoke room with some 60-year-old woman or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we were all just having fun and acting a fool, and it was a lot of fun. It was a fun night. So.
He's a dude that's down for experiences for sure, and was like ready to just have any conversation with any hillbilly that he could have, whoever the fuck.
And he's lived a lot and been a lot of places.
Yeah.
He's never been to a place like Shenandoah, Moose Lodge.
That's probably real true.
You know what I mean?
That's probably real true.
But he was so open to it and welcome to it. You know what I mean? It was dope, man.
That is dope.
Yeah,
Shouts to Jason.
Yes, indeed. Big shout outs.
yeah,
And big ups.
And yeah, you guys,
yeah.
You got to follow this shit.
Absolutely.
Watch him as it goes, man.
Yeah,
He's a force.
He tattooed my wife's throat when he was here, and then had another throat to do right after that. He worked. When he was fucking here.
Yeah, he damn sure did.
Her throat is
It's awesome.
crisp and
good right
flawless, bro.
yeah. Talking about tough as fuck to do those little parallel lines on a goddamn throat. dude.
Tribal.
Now
flames
she's a
kinda-
G. She sits hard.
She
too.
does, but goddamn, that's
But yeah,
tough.
the sharpness
Yeah, everything's tight.
at
as
which
shit.
those points come on her throat.
Yeah,
She.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you look at do you look at her collection when it's the two of you and just bug out?
Yeah, of course. Well, she's still got some space left too, so I'm like, oh, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get
True,
true,
but she's got some joints on her.
and the heels on her are so nice.
does, she does.
But
Same
she
thing
came,
with my
she
girl.
came into that wanting when I asked him if he would tattoo her. I told him she just wants like a little. She's like, maybe I just get a little butterfly, like right above my collarbone, about 2 inches. Cool, yeah, I'm sure he'd fit that in. And then I come around the corner from the back room, and he's putting the stencil on. It's the whole throat, and my eyes got this big, and I was like, yo. you down for that? That's fucking crazy.
It's like,
she was
yeah,
like,
it's
fuck yeah. She was like, all right,
monster.
go on then.
in,
Like,
man.
She goes hard. I give it to her because I'm always like, "What do your Christian parents think?" And she's like, "Oh, they're fine." She's like, "She's like, you know."
She's the shit, man.
yeah, dude. I was just like, fuck yeah, get after it then. That's
Big
awesome.
shouts to Sarah.
Absolutely.
That and that, but that tattoo in particular, I'm glad you brought it up because that
Yeah.
tattoo in particular,
It looks
every
great.
single time I talk to your girl, I'm like, "Wow, that thing is crisp."
Looks great.
Looks so good.
And we all know,
settled
we know how
too.
hard it is to tattoo a throat. so,
damn
like,
right.
I look at it now, I'm like, fuck, it's aged so great.
I also don't think
Everything's
it's
in there.
forever.
No,
No.
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 I love it.
And on the guest spot, everything's uncomfortable and shit, man.
Yeah.
That's
He had fun.
says a lot.
We had fun, man. Shouts to JT.
100%.
All right, what you got,
Yeah, let's see, Mr. Hotman.
rookie?
Well, I got another.
That's a goodie.
Dude, this thing
Such a goodie.
makes me want to hang out the library. This
Yeah,
thing
buddy.
Cheap
is
boxing, bro.
just what
That's
it
that
should be.
kryptonite we talked about.
Uh-huh, that is, dude.
What's it? Who's the tattooer?
Natasha, sorry, I should have pulled it up. Bertram in Illinois, I believe. Brown Brothers.
Natasha
Tattoo.
Bertram. First of all, great name.
Great name.
Very sophisticated name.
This is
Professor Natasha Bertram. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
nails the feature, like the nose, the lips. I mean,
The look, yo, the whole, that looks like a person looking at you and you're going, are you looking at me like that? She's going, yes, I'm looking at you like this, yo. Yeah, man.
Sneaky
The
little
brown in her shoulder and under her chin.
I love this tattoo.
Love this
Screenshotted it
tattoo.
a long time ago, and was just and since have gone through her Instagram and nails the female face. Like there's tons of girl heads on there that are just, but man, those lips.
But
and
nails
that
the glasses and the earrings and the hair and the
The
like
little
I said,
broken bits at the bottom of the glasses. Come on, man. Like,
And-
that's some Rolo shit
bold
right there.
and
So
like
good.
beautiful. Yeah,
And yeah, her bottom lashes look like fucking webs, yo.
yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah, dude.
That shit's ill.
What a
And
great color palette as
Yeah,
well.
and stripped down
Stripped
again.
down as
Stripped
fuck,
down,
but just
like no
screaming.
white fucking highlights, just fucking.
Yeah.
That's a tattoo, but it's sexy. Yeah, that's.
she's got that great dark brown, like I said, underneath the chin and on her back and shoulder piece. But then the brown on her face, on her jawline,
Real
is
soft.
soft and just much lighter. And man,
So cool. Good
she looks
hair,
like a
too,
girl we
man.
know. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah, somebody you fell in love with once. and-
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I really got hyped on that one. Yeah,
And her hair's great. Whole thing's great.
Yeah, what a good pick.
yeah, I really like those little.
Man, there's something to be said for like nail and earring tattoos.
Yeah.
You know, when you're
ears in general look fucked up so many times.
Yeah.
and man, when you
Absolutely.
you know,
well,
It's
you
easy
know,
to make them too high or too low.
when you know the ear's nailed, it's because you're not paying that much attention to it. Frankly, you don't want it to stand out too much. You know what I mean? You don't want to be like, oh, that works. You know.
yeah,
But the earrings, whenever you see like a great like cholo girl and the perfect big ass hoop earring, you're like, this has that feel. This girl's not that cholo girl, but she's like
No, those are like some fucking 50s.
exactly.
Bakelite.
That's they're like bacon light. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Them motherfuckers. Yeah, bro.
That's awesome.
She's like, I know they match my glasses perfect.
Yeah.
And that pink ball's gonna go perfect with my eyeshadow. And throw a little pink behind me because I look fly tonight.
Super cool.
Yeah, bro.
That's a good one.
I love that tattoo.
I mean, man,
It is.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's super clean. Super clean.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we see a little bit of the page, please?
Yeah, go down that rabbit hole of hers because there's tons of female forms and
Devil
faces.
girl.
That are so good. All the tattoos are good, but the girl face is really. I mean, that fucking Batman girl.
Ah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Less is more, dude. I mean, that's sexy, dude. Come
Yeah,
on,
man. She's great. She's great. Her eyes are doing it.
that's
Really
really,
good.
good.
Yeah. And it feels like a tattoo. Like it's just, she's got that,
It's ballsy, too,
You and
man.
Porter and a lot of you guys always talk about the weight of a tattoo. That's a
got
heavy
some
tattoo,
weight.
but her face is underdone in the perfect way. You know?
The lashes are spread out, so they're not going to grow together. They're going to
good.
be fucking tough. You're going to know what they are. Yeah, I mean,
And again, those
total
bottom lashes
attention to that.
remind me of a web, yo. And so does her hair.
Mm-hmm. The hair's great. Yeah.
Let me see another girl head. Go on down.
There's some good ones.
Yeah,
on
there's a-
there.
Yeah, I like that parrot.
Ooh, that period is good.
Let me see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little sassy. Looks like.
Then, I mean, every nose and set of lips she does, everything's in the right spot. I
look
really,
at the
really
fucking
like that.
pow on there on her neck. Yep.
Great whips.
Those earrings are fly too. The blings behind her. Yep. That's the winner.
Yeah, dude.
Professor Natasha Bertram.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow, look at this shirt.
Yeah, the shading on the
ill.
eyelids, the little open skin she left on the eyelids is funny, like a cool little reflective area. But fucking smart tattoo.
Shit's tough to do.
Yeah, man.
Just to leave it a little down.
This is the shit, y'all. It gets me hype.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
That rose is fucking straight fly. Yeah. She's ready.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That gold in her fucking hair.
Great color choices and like 4 or 5 colors. Like doesn't need a crazy amount of bells and whistles. Just
No, but
it's a
man, look
fucking
at that
tattoo.
collar. Yeah. Like just the right bit.
Little safety pin. Fucking glove. The glove is great. Yeah,
Glove is great.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's killer. Yeah, I fuck with that.
Great tattoo.
Yeah.
Yep. Word up.
Yep.
Good pick, Jacob.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Party time. Look at that motherfucker. Click on that real quick. Yeah. I was hoping for the color. Like before you clicked on it, the colors, I was like, it's going to be pot leaves for sure. That's all right. That's all right. There's titties, so I'll take it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Cool stuff.
And what's his name from Megadeth?
Eddie.
That's Iron Maiden. It don't matter. Yo, the shirt on the hanger, dog. You ever see the old ladies that rock them joints? And nothing but the Benjamins.
That's great. That's good.
The old ladies, yo, if you watch nothing but All About the Benjamins, yeah. Mike Epps, Ice Cube, yo.
Good.
Old ladies and that.
That's the type of tattoo you can show your grandma and she's gonna get a smile. You're gonna get a smile.
Absolutely.
Anybody would see that, even if they hated tattoos.
And I've
Like,
never
that's
seen a
pretty
tattoo of that. It's fucking brilliant.
That's
Pretty
great.
brilliant. It's pretty
That should be
brilliant.
on a sheet of flash, straight up. That's dope.
That's good.
Yo, thank you guys for doing it. And as always, we just want to direct you guys to Ill Tattoos, man. This is what it's all about. It's what gets us hype. As you can tell, this was a fun episode.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, these tattooers that we mentioned here today are pushing it. They're raising the envelope, and they're bringing the ruckus. It's tattooing's ill. It's dope. It's dope as it's ever been. Don't let all these other motherfuckers with microphones tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody drag this thing of ours because it's dope. And these tattooers prove it. And so follow them and go down the rabbit hole and support them by buying a T-shirt, a print, a sticker, and get tattooed for sure. You will not go wrong with this.
Definitely. Eaters.
So, this is a new show, so please subscribe to No Lies Just BS on on YouTube. Follow No Lies Just Bullshit on Instagram. Follow Alley Cat Tattoo on Instagram.
Please.
Follow Mr. Connor on Instagram. Tell him where to see you, son.
Oh, you can see me on Instagram.
I went quick into
He's
it.
quick. Goddamn.
Quick.
You can see me on Instagram at AE Connor or in real life at 220 Reservoir in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Red Hill, motherfucker.
Red Hill, the Mighty Alley Cat Tattoo, right across from Mr. Hockman here.
Davis tattoo. Jake Hawk on Instagram. Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Occasionally, you can find him in Woodstock.
Occasionally. Out playing with the pup.
Down by the river.
Hanging
man.
by the pop. Hanging
yeah.
by the pops.
Cheers.
That's a real Thank you.